Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel General Hospital Official. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Sonny goes down. This week's General Hospital spoilers show that the drama is not calming down at all. Tracy continues to fight for Michael's children, Carly lashes out at Willow, Michael wakes up and asks for help, and Christina is excited to show her father the new Charlie's Pub, but Sonny collapses again. Tracy refused to turn over Wiley and Amelia to anyone who asked for them, and she was eventually arrested. Tracy sits in the questioning room at the police station, unconcerned, as Anna tries to persuade her to obey the law. "Just tell Jason where the children are and I will let you go," she's determined. Jason supported Tracy and Monica when Sonny demanded that she hand over the children, but would he pressure Tracy to quit fighting? Willow wants her children back, and Sonny and Carly were willing to make that happen if she gave them access to Michael and let them make decisions regarding his medical treatment. No one wants Michael to suffer, Willow says. Carly, however, does not appreciate her continued presence in Michael's life. If she truly loved him, she would not have cheated on him, she cries to Sonny. Carly wants Michael to go to a clinic in Europe to recuperate from his burns, but Willow wants him to stay close to home. They agreed to rouse Michael awake from his medically induced coma so he could make his own decision. When Michael regains consciousness, he is thinking about something else. "Sasha," he exclaims, as Carly grips his hand with concern. "Sasha. Will he confess their secret while delirious?" Sonny handed Christina ownership of Charlie's Pub so she could focus on something when Molly's baby died and start again. "I can't wait for my dad to see it," Christina exclaims, anticipating the grand opening of the new tavern. "He's gonna love it." Unfortunately, Sonny is alone in his office when he gets another attack and collapses to the floor clutching his chest. Will someone find him in time and persuade him to seek medical attention before it's too late? General Hospital Week of January 20th preview, Michael's plea for Sasha, Carly slams Willow, Sonny's medical disaster. The General Hospital spoilers preview video for the week of January 20th to 24th says that Anna Devane will attempt to contact Tracy Quartermaine following her arrest drama. Anna promises Tracy that if she tells Jason Morgan where the children are, she will be allowed to leave. Tracy will instead give a devilish smile, implying that she will continue to withhold Wiley Corinthos and Amelia Corinthos' location. Tracy's insistence on complicating matters will irritate Anna. In GH's weekly preview video, Willow Corinthos insists that no one wants Michael Corinthos to suffer. Carly Spencer then shouts at Sonny Corinthos about how if Willow loved Michael, she would not have cheated on him. Of course, fans are anxious to hear out whether Michael will go to the clinic in Germany or Johns Hopkins instead. Regardless of what Michael decides, he'll surprise Carly by eventually asking for Sasha Gilmore Corbin. Even in his poor health, Michael will undoubtedly be thinking about Sasha and her pregnancy. Sasha may be brought to Michael's bedside for an emotional discussion soon. According to GH spoilers, Michael will make a plea to Jason regarding Sasha. It appears that Michael will want Jason to watch after Sasha while he is off canvas rehabilitating, therefore Jason will stand up for him. Christina Corinthos Davis can be seen in the promotional video expressing her joy at Charlie's Pub's reopening. Christina will be excited for Sonny to witness all of the progress she has made, but there will be a disturbing snag. In the weekly preview video, Sonny collapses once more owing to heart problems, implying that awful news is on the way. That might delay Sonny's plans to attend the reopening, raising severe worries. Our forecasts indicate that Sonny will eventually admit that he requires serious medical attention, so stay tuned for updates on what happens next. According to General Hospital teasers, if Sonny is admitted to GH, he may be vulnerable to sneaky Cyrus Renaud. GH spoilers, Alexis custody showdown with Scout, can she stop Drew's Washington ambition? According to General Hospital spoilers and updates, Curtis Ashford has lately proposed that Drew Quartermaine and Scout Quartermaine may relocate to Washington together. This impending relocation will undoubtedly consume Alexis Davis's thoughts in the coming weeks, and she will go to great lengths to prevent it. General Hospital spoilers, Alexis Davis wants to keep Scout from being uprooted. Alexis may not have anticipated Drew whisking Scout away to DC for good, but she is completely prepared to stay firm if it happens. The likelihood of a custody struggle looms huge, especially given Drew's hints regarding 2025. Drew has become a social outcast by this stage, causing him to consider whether a change of scenery is just what he needs. Regardless of whether Willow Corinthos agrees to follow him, Drew will come to see the pull of a new beginning in Washington with Scout. This approach, however, will not appeal to Alexis, who must remain steady in her determination to oppose any such measures. Spoilers: Alexis Davis will be fierce for her granddaughter. Alexis is a brilliant lawyer, but her determination to win grows stronger when her granddaughter's future is on the line. We'll see her unwavering drive as she applies every method at her disposal. If Alexis is successful in obtaining custody of Scout, Drew's intentions to move to Washington with her may be put on hold. Alexis may be able to change the outcome of events by employing some significant legal methods. Scout is still grieving the loss of Sam McCall, and she sorely needs the love and stability of her extended family during this difficult time. General Hospital spoilers: Drew Kane can't be allowed to take Scout away from her family. Drew would be making a huge mistake if he separated Scout from her cherished family and friends, forcing Alexis to take every precaution to keep her in town. Sam, in particular, would have wanted Scout to stay close to Danny Morgan and Rocco Falconeri. Our predictions imply that the confrontation between Alexis and Drew might intensify substantially if they allow it, and we'll keep you updated on the developments. When Alexis switches into attorney mode, she may well expose herself as a powerful opponent, leaving Drew stunned. She might have a last-minute trick up her sleeve if things go ugly. Drew has missed years of Scout's life, and she may try to prove him unsuitable. Willow has worked hard to rebuild her life, learning to trust again after the numerous upheavals she has experienced. Her relationship with Nina Reeves, while first acrimonious, has evolved into something she values. Nina has provided Willow with unexpected support and care, and Willow has finally allowed herself to accept the concept of maternal love. Drew Quartermaine has also emerged as a consistent figure in her life, filling the emotional gap left by previous disappointments. Drew's generosity and dependability have won Willow over, and she's starting to view him as more than just a friend, maybe even the partner she's always wanted. However, the foundations of her faith in both Nina and Drew are going to be shaken by a well-kept secret. Drew and Nina had a romantic relationship. Willow will be devastated to learn that the two people she has come to rely on the most have betrayed her. The shattered illusion. When the truth is revealed, Willow's world will fall. Her perception of Drew as the embodiment of integrity will be shattered, leaving her questioning everything they've shared. Drew's treachery will strike a deep chord with someone who values honesty above all else, especially because it was concealed under the premise of their burgeoning relationship. Nina's involvement will be like another stab in the heart. Despite their tense relationship, Willow had begun to see Nina in a different light. The betrayal will feel like a harsh turn of events, erasing their development as mother and daughter. Seeking comfort in a familiar face. Willow will turn to someone she has always trusted, Harrison Chase, in her darkest moments. The two have a long connection, established by mutual respect and steadfast support. Willow has often relied on Chase's calm and steady presence, and following Drew and Nina's treachery, she will find herself counting on him once more. Chase, too, will find comfort in Willow's presence. Brooklyn Quartermaine has been holding a life-changing secret from him, which will soon be revealed and cause him to rethink the foundation of their relationship. Chase's bond with Willow will become stronger as he comes to terms with the fact that Brooklyn gave up a child for adoption. The secret of Giovanni Palmieri. Brooklyn's secret involves Giovanni Gio Palmieri, a child she abandoned years ago. The revelation about his existence will reverberate throughout her life, affecting not only her relationship with Chase but the entire Quartermaine family. As Brooklyn deals with the aftermath, Chase will be pulled to Willow's honesty and vulnerability. The two will become confidants, resulting in a fresh friendship that neither imagined. A rekindled flame? Willow and Chase's relationship may deepen as their emotions run high. The shared grief and understanding of their personal challenges will foster intimacy, which may lead to a revived relationship. Their history is rich in love and mutual respect, and in the middle of their own heartbreaks, they may rekindle the spark that once brought them together. The road ahead. Willow's journey will not be simple. She'll have to confront Drew and Nina, deal with the emotional impact of their treachery, and decide whether to forgive or walk away. Her friendship with Chase, meanwhile, will grow stronger as they rely on one another for support. Chase's findings regarding Brooklyn and Gio will drive him to reconsider what he wants and needs in a relationship. Willow and Chase will confront the trials ahead of them, drawing strength from their mutual tenacity and possibly rekindling the love they thought they had lost. A new chapter for Port Charles. As secrets are revealed and relationships evolve, the people of Port Charles will find themselves on the verge of transformation. Willow and Chase's blossoming relationship will serve as a reminder that even in the face of treachery, love and trust can be restored. The streets of Port Charles are no stranger to peril, but recent developments have put Jocelyn Jacks at the center of an escalating storm. Jocelyn is on a hazardous path of vengeance, driven by the agony of losing Dex Heller, her life's love. Cyrus Renault, the man she blames for Dex's death, is now firmly in her sights, but her reckless actions endanger herself and others. A reckless decision. Jocelyn found herself cleaning up Dex's stuff after his sad death, attempting to fill the void left behind. During this gloomy chore, she discovered a loaded revolver stashed in his apartment. Instead of giving it over to the authorities, Joss chose to keep it, implying an internal conflict between justice and vengeance. Jocelyn's sadness has clouded her judgment, and her decision to keep the weapon is a perilous shift. She has always been stubborn, but this time her drive may take her down a path from which she cannot return. Cyrus Renault becomes aware of Jocelyn's rising hatred, raising the stakes and putting both on a collision course. The risk of collateral damage. Jocelyn's escalating fixation with avenging Dex threatens to spin out of control. The rifle she discovered is more than just a symbol of her anguish, it's a lethal weapon that might cause devastation in the wrong hands. Her emotions are strong, and her lack of familiarity with firearms makes her a walking time bomb. Giovanni Gio Palmieri, a new face making headlines in Port Charles, could be caught in the crossfire. Gio has been engaging with Jocelyn's peer group, including Emma Drake, laying the groundwork for a possible love triangle. If Gio becomes an innocent victim in Jocelyn's revenge, the implications could be even more terrible. The mystery around Gio. Gio is more than just another youngster in Port Charles, his background is connected with some of the town's most important families. According to rumors, he may be the love child of Brooklyn Quartermain and Dante Falconeri, created during their summer camp relationship. If accurate, this revelation would rock the Quartermain and Falconeri families to the core. If Gio is harmed in Jocelyn's pursuit of Cyrus, it may force Lois Cerullo, Brooklyn's mother, to finally tell the truth about his origins. Such a disclosure could have far-reaching consequences, fracturing relationships and exposing secrets. Jocelyn's increasing isolation. Jocelyn's obsessive pursuit of Cyrus has already alienated her from important allies. Her angry exchange with Anna Devane showed her raw emotions, and her decision to question Anna's authority in front of Cyrus was a mistake that could have fatal implications. Cyrus is a brilliant manipulator, and now that he knows Jocelyn is out for him, he won't wait to strike first. Jocelyn's anxiety is exacerbated by the possibility of losing faith in her loved ones. Her mother, Carly Spencer, has always been a pillar of strength, but even she may struggle to support Jocelyn if her actions endanger innocent lives. The breaking point. General Hospital teasers indicate that Jocelyn's animosity will soon come to a head. As her wrath drives her closer to the edge, she must make a difficult decision. Does she actually want to cross the line into violence, or can she find another way to honor Dex's memory? Cyrus Renault, ever the opportunist, is probably planning his next move. With his network of resources, he could exploit Jocelyn's emotional state, turning her into a pawn in his bigger game. Cyrus may have manipulated Jocelyn into making a catastrophic error. The fallout. The ramifications of Jocelyn's actions will be felt across Port Charles. If she pulls the trigger, it may cause a chain reaction that affects everyone around her. Joe's innocent life hangs in the balance, and the truth about his parentage may only be revealed through tragedy. Meanwhile, Jocelyn's impetuous behavior may drive her further into seclusion, causing rifts with her family and friends. Her once bright future with Dex now seems like a distant memory, replaced by a perilous quest for vengeance that threatens to engulf her completely. A dangerous turning point. As the days pass, Jocelyn's decisions will shape her future and that of others around her. Will she succumb to her rage and make a decision that will haunt her forever? Or will she find a way to turn her anguish into something positive? Cyrus Renault waits in the shadows, ready to take advantage of any opportunity to protect himself. Port Charles is on the verge of disaster, and Jocelyn's actions may be the spark that ignites it all. Ava demands, Maxie warns, Tracy rages, and Willow reconsiders. On the next GH, there will be demands, warnings, rage, and reconsideration. It depicts Ava Jerome pleading with Sonny Corinthos about their child. Maxie Jones cautioned Natalia Ramirez. Tracy Quartermain rages against Martin Gray. Meanwhile, Willow Tate Corinthos panics about making the wrong decision. Ava Jerome's emotional plea. GH teasers show that Ava begs Sonny to consider Avery Corinthos' safety. Ava recently learned what happened to Michael Corinthos. Ava and Sonny have previously had a bitter custody dispute for Avery. However, there is already a custody dispute. However, with Michael paying the price for Sonny's actions, Ava will want her daughter back immediately. While Ava pleads with Sonny, the crime boss grabs his chest in pain. Sonny grimaces and turns away from Ava, so she may not notice what is going on. GH spoilers, Tracy Quartermain fumes. The preview footage shows Tracy still in police custody. Tracy will not reveal the whereabouts of Amelia and Wiley Corinthos. Tracy happily stonewalls Anna Devane in the weekly preview clip, but the clip for today's program shows her blowing up. Tracy exclaims that Martin is backing the wrong horse. The promo trailer for today's episode also shows Maxie warning Natalia about the dangers of being in Sonny's circle. However, Natalia is not easily scared, and we know she will encourage Sonny later in the week. So Natalia might be just what Sonny needs. Meanwhile, Willow is agitated at the hospital once more. Willow seems to have made things better with Sonny. Willow even allowed Sonny and Carly Spencer to view Michael and participate in his future care decisions. However, something happens, and Carly begins ranting about how Willow cheated on Michael. Willow then asks Drew Kane Quartermain whether she damaged any prospects of reuniting the children. There's also a scenario in which Carly says something to Michael in the hospital. We know Carly awakened Michael up solely to ask him a question, despite the misery it would cause him. General Hospital's next move could be even more shocking as Sam's death and Cody and Sasha's cousins twist. The status quo will soon be a thing of the past at General Hospital. Unless we miss our mark, ABC's daytime soap is set to unleash a game-changing storyline that will revive Lulu and Brooke Lynn's hatred and maybe end the latter's marriage. The stage is already set. Even while looking for a job at Deception, Lulu couldn't keep her sarcasm under control with Brooke Lynn. Plus, with Sam now pushing up daisies, it's easy to see how heartbroken fiancé Dante and ex-wife Lulu will draw toward each other. They were, after all, on the verge of reconnecting when the explosion at the floating rib dashed those hopes. However, this is only the first stage in what we believe to be a larger strategy. Because the show has also set the stage for the revelation that Gio is Dante and Brooke Lynn's long-lost son. When the soap drops that bombshell, it's unclear whether her marriage to Chase will survive, especially if old feelings for Dante resurface. When the dust settles, Brooke Lynn and Chase may split up, and Lulu and Dante's reconciliation may not go ahead. What will he get instead? A possible Brooke Lynn/Dante pairing, Cody being positioned as a new love interest for his friend's ex, Lulu, and an unexpected romance for Chase and Sasha. He wants to be a father, and she happens to be having a baby. What are your thoughts? Will Brooke Lynn and Chase weather the storm? Are Dante and Lulu in the endgame? General Hospital spoilers weekly preview January 21st to 24th, is Sasha and Michael's secret about to be unraveled? Tracy finds caught in a jam this week on General Hospital. Will she reveal the location of Wiley and Amelia? Meanwhile, Michael's murmurs may lead to a major revelation. And Christina intends to revive Charlie's pub. But will her father be present to see it? The General Hospital spoilers weekly video ad for the week of January 21st, 2025, has here. Discover what explosive circumstances will occur this week in Port Charles. Suffering is evidently the theme of this week's GH. Drew detained Tracy last week after she refused to give up Amelia and Wiley's location. At the precinct, a grim Jason looks down on Tracy, who sits in the interrogation room looking as arrogant and stubborn as always. Anna calmly says, "Just tell Jason where the children are, and I will let you go." Do you believe Jason regrets choosing Tracy's side over Sonny's? Tracy expertly played the Monica card. He fell for it. Meanwhile, Willow argues no one wants Michael to suffer. Carly isn't convinced. In fact, it appears that she thinks there were ever true affections between her son and daughter-in-law. If she had loved him, she wouldn't have cheated on him, she said Sonny. Then we see Carly kneeling over Michael's bed as he painfully says something like Sasha. Sasha. Will Carly track out Sasha and figure out why her son is mentioning her name? Later in the week, Christina plans to reopen Charlie's pub after some improvements. She gives off a positive sense as she says, "I can't wait for my dad to see it. He's going to love it." Will her father live to see the new and improved bar? Because it appears that he will not if Sonny suffers another heart attack. But this time, he appears to be out for the count when he collapses. Who will find him and transport him to the hospital? The week began with a heated argument at the Quartermain estate. Drew confronted Tracy with kidnapping allegations, focusing on the abrupt disappearance of Wiley and Amelia. Tracy, as crafty as ever, disputed the allegations, claiming ignorance and remaining vague about Yuri's involvement. Drew was not buying it. His rage bubbled over when he stormed into Anna's office and demanded formal charges against Tracy. Anna, on the other hand, refused to be hustled. She tackled the situation systematically, questioning Tracy about her claimed conduct. Tracy's evasiveness simply contributed to Anna's irritation. The famed investigator was not ready to let the Quartermain matriarch off simply. Meanwhile, Drew couldn't shake the suspicion that Tracy was concealing something important regarding the children's whereabouts. A critical choice. Michael had to make a life-changing decision across town at General Hospital. Burned in an explosion that resulted in extensive injuries, he was given two treatment options: transfer to Johns Hopkins or travel to a cutting-edge German institution. While the German clinic had the best chance of a full recovery, Michael was concerned about living so far away from his family. Willow, tormented with remorse from their previous confrontations, stood by his side. She apologized for her harsh words and promised to support Michael regardless of his decision. Drew, feeling Willow's emotional anguish, intervened to give words of support. He told her that they would find a solution to settle the custody issue over Wiley and Amelia even while Michael recovered. Custody and confrontation. The custody dispute drove Sonny and Ava into conflict once more. Ava maintained that the recent explosion proved that Avery was safer with her, but Sonny dismissed her claim as opportunistic. The argument heated further, with Sonny accusing Ava of manipulating the upheaval to get full custody of their daughter. Ava responded with real worry for Avery's safety, prompting Sonny to question whether her motivations were solely selfish. Meanwhile, Rick Lansing worked quietly behind the scenes to gain a legal advantage for Ava. It was unclear whether this was about Avery or something else entirely, but Rick's involvement suggested that Sonny might face more complications. Jason's dilemma. Jason, usually the peacemaker, finds himself in the thick of Sonny and Carly's disagreements. Sonny became increasingly aggressive after learning about Jack's plans for Michael's therapy. Carly, on the other hand, was certain that Germany was the greatest option for Michael. Jason asked Sonny to accept Michael's individuality and allow him to make his own decisions. Michael made a passionate request, which added to Jason's workload. Before going for therapy, Michael instructed Jason to keep an eye on Sasha. Michael wanted to reassure her that she'd have someone to lean on while he was abroad, as the news of her pregnancy had caused conflicting emotions. Dangerous discoveries. Trina went to the hospital to see Kai, who had just had an MRI. The findings were not what he had hoped. His shoulder injury was severe enough to jeopardize his promising football career. The news crushed Trina's heart for her friend, and she stayed by his side, offering consolation as he struggled with losing his dreams. Elsewhere, Lucky and Elizabeth got closer to finding proof against Cyrus. Their inquiry was risky, and they both realized they were playing with fire. The closer they came to revealing his crimes, the higher the risk of retaliation. Charlie's grand reopening. Christina held a big reopening ceremony at Charlie's pub to show off the restaurant's upgrades. The joyous atmosphere provided a nice break from the city's normal tumult, although not everyone was in a jubilant mood. Sonny, who was attending the event to offer his support, suddenly developed chest symptoms. Despite Isaiah and Natalia's urgings, Sonny refused to seek medical assistance. Meanwhile, Lucas and Jocelyn had a difficult argument. They gathered together facts pointing to Cyrus' involvement in recent catastrophes, cementing their opinion that he was the town's puppet master of mayhem. Brooke Lynn's revelation. Brooke Lynn confronted her doctor with disturbing news at the Quartermain mansion. Testing suggested that conceiving a child with Harrison could be difficult. Brooke Lynn was taken aback by the news, which reminded her of the baby she had abandoned years before. Unbeknownst to her, Lois was keeping a secret about Gio, who could be the child Brooke Lynn had abandoned. Brooke Lynn spent the week ruminating on what she'd lost and what the future could hold, blind to the reality Lois was keeping concealed. Drew's big move. Drew began to think about starting again once Michael left. The idea of moving to Washington with Scout seemed more enticing by the day. He suggested Willow join him, along with Wiley and Amelia. Alexis reacted strongly to the plan, vowing to fight for Scout's place in Port Charles. Drew and Alexis' approaching custody battle promised to be ugly, with emotions rising and friendships moving quickly. The storm of secrets. As January came to a conclusion, Port Charles buzzed with tension. Relationships were tested, secrets threatened to be revealed, and Cyrus' power loomed big. The next weeks promised more dramatic revelations and intense confrontations as city people dealt with the consequences of their decisions. Drew's ancestry is nothing short of legendary. As the biological son of Alan Quartermain and Susan Moore, as well as Monica Quartermain's adopted son, he holds a strong legacy. Drew's identical twin, Jason Morgan, is a legend in his own right, adding to the complexity of his quest. Drew was already known for his resilience and redemption when Cameron Matheson took over the role in 2021, but recent events have marred that image. Drew's new work as a congressman, which requires his continual attention, has revealed fractures in his personal life. Balancing the responsibilities of a single father with the demands of public service is difficult for anyone, but Drew has had an especially difficult time. The affair that shook Port Charles. Drew's affair with Willow is at the heart of the scandal. Once regarded as a man of integrity, his actions have led many to question his priorities. While Willow deals with her own issues, such as a custody battle and a complicated health crisis, Drew has committed much of his efforts to helping her, often at the detriment of his connection with his little daughter, Scout. Scout, a bright and smart child, has already suffered tremendous losses. Her mother, Sam McCall, died in a horrible accident, leaving Drew as her primary caregiver. Scout first felt safe in the Quartermain home, which was filled with the love and support of her extended family, especially her cousins Danny Morgan and Rocco Falconeri. However, Drew's choice to relocate Scout to a motel, far from her regular surroundings, has raised eyebrows and stirred fury among those concerned about her well-being. A grandmother's plea. Alexis Davis, Scout's biological grandmother, has expressed her concerns openly. She believes Scout would thrive in a secure setting with her siblings and other trustworthy family members. Alexis even offered that Scout be fostered by Dante Falconeri, who had a close relationship with Sam prior to her death, or that Scout move in with her. Alexis' points were strong. After all, she taught her own girls, Molly and Christina, to be independent and strong. However, her parenting record isn't perfect, and Drew was quick to point out that Scout's future is his responsibility, not hers. He flatly rejected her proposals, asking that his daughter remain at his side. Scout's perspective. Scout's feelings remain uncertain in this complex web of decisions. At her age, she may not fully comprehend the nuances of her father's challenges, but she does recognize loss and relocation. Scout is forced to navigate an unknown world after her mother died, her family dynamics changed, and her home life was upended. The citizens of Port Charles have noted the lack of attention paid to Scout's emotional needs. Many people have questioned why Drew seemed to be more concerned with Willow and her children than with his own grieving daughter. A father's struggle. Drew's supporters claim that his intentions are excellent, even if his actions are occasionally off the target. He's a man dealing with enormous responsibilities, ranging from his legislative duties to his role as a single parent. Drew's affair with Willow, while ill-timed and contentious, may be viewed as an outlet for his own feelings of loss and loneliness. However, the optics are undeniable, his priorities appear distorted, and Scout's needs have taken a back seat. A town divided. The issue of whether Drew is Port Charles's worst parent has aroused passionate debate. Some residents believe he is doing his best under difficult circumstances, but others see his actions as selfish and neglectful. Drew will face increasing pressure in the coming weeks to reconsider his decisions and prioritize Scout's well-being. The road ahead. Port Charles thrives on drama, and Drew's narrative is far from finished. It's unclear whether he'll rise to the situation and prove himself to be the father Scout deserves. For the time being, the young child is caught in the crossfire of her father's turbulent life, a sad reminder of the consequences of personal ambition and misplaced priorities. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.